Caution: the following podcast includes celebrity news and jokes. If you are sensitive and cannot take a joke, I kindly direct your attention to Outside Your Porch, as we have left you with a ton of Barney DVDs. You can enjoy those instead. Bring the noise!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Salutations, everybody. Welcome to the Ballistic Show, the return. I'm your talented host, the Ballistic One Ike Moore, aka Ballistic Ike on the mic, aka I have so many names it's gonna be taking me all day to say. Yeah, that was a mouthful, I know. Alright, so it's been a few weeks, I had to recharge the batteries, I had to, get everything reorganized. I had to tell my wife, Jennifer Lopez, that I'd be home late to give you guys what you needed, which was my opinions on the world of pop culture. We're going to try to do these things every Thursday, because I think Thursday is a great day. It's the day before the weekend, and it's something to get you through the day. And while it hasn't been necessarily an eventful week, a lot of things have happened since we last spoke. A few noteworthy things. In fact, there was this big story that happened last week. I can't put my finger on it. I think it had something to do with, Beyonce's pregnant with twins. Oh, not since Fiona announced her pregnancy to Shrek and Shrek the Third has a pregnancy announcement been so epic. Okay, maybe I can think of one or two other ones, but dang it, that's the only thing that stands in my mind. Queen Bee herself took to Instagram last week and announced to the world that she is expecting twins. Now, I am a conspiracy theorist, as all of you know, so I think I have a narrative of how all this took place. As everybody knows, we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of Lemonade. That album where Beyonce pretty much told every bit of her business and made Jay-Z look like the biggest villain since Angela Bassett's husband in Waiting to Exhale. But I think I knew how it happened. See, ever since the album came out, Jay-Z has been forced to come straight home. He can't go anywhere else. He has to go to work and come straight home to Beyonce. Well, during one of those nights, Jay probably decided, since I'm here, I might as well have some fun. Hove! And, he basically told Beyonce to get into formation, and there you have it. She has 2 babies inside of her. I guess you can say Jay got the keys for real. But congrats to the Carter family. It's only gonna get bigger from here. I'm telling you, Beyonce's building a dynasty. Every one of these children are gonna have superpowers in them because Beyonce herself is an X-Men. I've told you this before. She's part of the X-Men. She has some type of superpower, and she's not even gonna look old years from now. Hey, Deadpool, you might have the power of regeneration, but Beyonce has every single power to make her perfect. Everything she does is top notch. Now, she is expected to perform at this year's Grammy Awards this Sunday, which should be interesting, seeing as though she's with children. But I have another theory. Now, I don't have any information to back this up. This is just my conspiracy theory brain acting up right now. So I would suspect the doctors told her to lighten up on the workload, so that would mean that she couldn't join Lady Gaga during her Super Bowl performance. The Super Bowl this past weekend took place in Houston, Texas, which is Beyonce's hometown. So you gotta think that the conversation of her joining Lady Gaga was sort of in the air, but I'm guessing the doctors told her, look, you can only do so many performances. You gotta stay less on your feet as possible. But that didn't hurt Lady Gaga at all. I felt her performance was pretty good. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest Lady Gaga fan. I mean, I have respect for her voice. She has a very awesome voice, especially when she did the album with Tony Bennett. I think that showed everybody that she actually has pipes. She's not just a person that wears meat all the time. She actually has a voice. I will say, however, this Super Bowl performance would have probably been a bigger deal in 2010, 2011. I think that was when she was in her peak. So I think she would have performed at the Super Bowl back then. It would have been a much bigger deal. But nonetheless, I think that it was a very, very technical performance, a very nice performance. The commercials, however, man, what a letdown. Now, there were some standout commercials this year. I did like the Melissa McCarthy commercial where she's trying to save the world in certain aspects, but it always goes wrong. I liked the Mr. Clean commercial. I think that's probably the most talked about commercial. Anytime you can pretty much sexualize a mascot, I think you win the day. You win everything. I also like the Justin Timberlake and Christopher Walken quoting the NSYNC lyrics on the commercial. I thought that was pretty funny as well. But overall, there was nothing really stand outish when it came to this year. I mean, I think the comedy has sort of deteriorated over the past few years. I don't know if they need new writers. I don't know if there needs to be new aspects. I don't know exactly. But I personally would like to see more comedy come next year. I think the comedy needs to be stepped up to the highest level when it comes to Super Bowl commercials. Speaking of Justin Timberlake, I have an interesting story about him, but first, here's a message from our sponsor.
Ha, I'm a turn to EB tripping, and it's fair to say that we live in some crucial times. Times where there are teenagers out there more concerned with their filters as opposed to big locomotives coming their way when they cross the street.
Oh my god, these dog filters are ugly.
Oh my god! Ah! People are losing limbs while others are gaining likes and comments. Don't that sound tragic to y'all? If y'all or someone you know has had these gruesome injuries done to their bodies, give me a call. 334-555-TRIP. I'll make sure you get the money that's owed to you. No one's going to a strip club when I'm around. That money's going straight to you. That's 334-555-TRIP. Well, to be honest, I might spend some anyway. That's 334-555-TRIP. Trippin' LLC. Criminals. Gotta catch them, y'all.
All right, welcome back. So, Justin Timberlake, my man Justin Timberlake, did an interview with The Hollywood Reporter earlier this week. And one of the things he talked about, besides new fatherhood and how he sees his career going into the future, he took a minute to reminisce about why NSYNC ended up breaking up. Now, they've never really gone into too much detail about it. They've just said everybody wanted to do their own thing. But Justin said some interesting comments. I want to read it to you. These are his exact quotes. "We were on the stadium tour, and I just felt like the whole thing was too big. It started as a fun snowball fight that was becoming an avalanche. And also, I was growing out of it. I felt like I cared more about the music than some of the other people in the group. I felt like I had other music I wanted to make and that I needed to follow my heart." Well, not to start anything major here, but I'm thinking what he's saying is basically I'm the only one that cared about the quality of my material, and everybody else just wanted to go into this whole bubblegum pop phase. I mean, not to take away at all from the other members of NSYNC, but let's be real here. Justin Timberlake is more talented than any of them combined. So I guess he felt that he had a lot more to bring, he had a lot more to give, and he couldn't do it in the boy band group. Is that a correct term, boy band group? Well, I don't know. It will be for this one. Anyway, Justin to me always seemed like a perfectionist. He always wants things to be absolutely perfect. And he felt that the music that he was capable of doing, he couldn't do in NSYNC, so he had to move on. Hell, the man took 8 years off in order to perfect 2020 Experience, and that's one of his best albums to date. So while I find his comments interesting, they don't surprise me in the slightest, because look at where he is now. He's one of the most talented people in the world. He basically doesn't even have to do anything else. He just chooses to because he loves to do it. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. I know it's a little bit short, but, this was just to get the juices flowing again and get you guys, back on the team. We got to get you guys prepared because every week I'm going to be hitting y'all over the head with this celebrity news and all this stuff, and y'all better be ready. Or you could just relax, it's nothing major. As always, my social media outlets include on Twitter at Ike Ballistic, on Instagram, Ballistic Ike Comedian, and WordPress page, ballisticike.wordpress.com, and on my Spreaker and YouTube pages. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you found both of those, so good job on you. Until next week, I've been your talented host, the Ballistic One Ike Moore, reminding you it's okay to be ballistic as long as it's done responsibly. Take care, guys. I'm out.